Let's get started. So I think we should start. Okay, so today we're going to talk about artwork monetization in Metaverse. Metaverse is a great topic and very hot, so we believe it's worth it. So let me quickly tell you about Tokenization Factory. So our company combines intellectual property and technology. In other words, on practice, that means that our startup helps artists, designers, content creators to license their intellectual property, but license in a very efficient way. Okay. Here at the bottom of the page, you see two identical bottles. They're absolutely 100% identical. Their functionality is absolutely the same. The only difference is the price. And what drives this price difference? Definitely the art. So we truly believe that art creates value and drives value. Let me quickly tell you about our team. Myself, my name is Victor. I'm London Business School alumni, and I'm an IT guy in corporate. And now I'm a founder and CEO of Tokenization Factory. Andrew, head of legal, PhD. He represents the legal, the most boring part of our startup, all these intellectual property, documentation, legislation, and so on and so forth. Another Andrew, head of operations. You can see him, yeah. He's in charge of marketing. Okay, we have that's not the whole team. We have another two team members, very important one. One of them is Sergey. He's in charge. He's tech advisor. He is also from London Business School, and he has very strong background in technology. So as you understand, yeah, we need that expertise. Another person that we love that much is Janet. She is an expert in art licensing. So she works in United States, and she has huge experience in art licensing. So let's get started. Metaverse is expanding. Metaverse is the next big thing. We have a number of metrics. So 1/4 will be in Metaverse, and billions and trillions of dollars in Metaverse. Big companies are going there as well, Microsoft, Facebook, so on and so forth. Even Apple, one of the recent news that tech giant Apple has released Vision Pro. It's Google's glass for Metaverse. So here is the conclusion. The new technological era is coming, and this is Metaverse. Okay, and another thing that comes from this statement is that Metaverse needs your talent. Metaverse is a completely new world, not one. There is a number of metaverses. And big companies are creating metaverse-oriented devices, and corporates are investing in Metaverse. So Metaverse needs to be interesting. It needs content, and definitely it needs you as artists. It's a huge opportunity for artists. Okay. Moving on. So Metaverse will need two groups of users, those who create content and others who consume it. So we believe that you artists are ones who create it. Okay, the new reality is coming. Okay, so artist now is someone who creates digitally or on Canva, and here is one who created Metaverse. And how to make the transition. This transition is not simple because you not just create digital content, but you want to sell it, to license it to Metaverse. Licensing to Metaverse is another big problem because there is a huge, as we said, great volumes of content will be in Metaverse, but someone creates it, and we need a legally binding tool which is user friendly. Let me have it. User friendly and allows you to license your arts to Metaverse instantly. Okay. So basically, what we're talking about licensing and protecting artists' rights in Metaverse. Okay. Let me go to the following point. The problems in Metaverse remains the same, absolutely the same as we have in real life. Copyright issues. Copyright issues is the main challenge, because if Metaverse needs creative content, someone creates creative content, but it should be protected. It should be properly protected. It should be properly managed and invoiced. I don't know, and documentation is needed, and this is the greatest issue. Here we have a number of articles and big stories about intellectual property and Metaverse. Hermé, Birkin, and the main conclusion is the following: brands in Metaverse will fight old battles on new ground. So the conclusion is that Metaverse requires proper licensing. I'm sure everyone knows what licensing means. Okay. So we go to the next point, and we believe that despite the fact that Metaverse is facing many intellectual property challenges and issues, we believe that majority of people, they don't want to steal your content. They want to use it legally, but they just require an easy to license tool. They want to go online, buy it immediately or almost immediately, and use it. They're ready to pay money. They don't want to do extra efforts to buy these intellectual property. Okay. So now we come to the following thing. We gonna have the brainstorm and discuss what is the perfect art licensing platform. Imagine we're in the perfect. We want something that has legal power, right? First criteria. Second, we want intellectual property of content creators to be protected properly. Protection is the second. The third one, we want to give a certain level of freedom to an artist. Yeah, the third criteria, price and usage terms and main IP usage criteria are defined by artist himself or herself. So the fourth criteria is that entry cost should be low. That means it should be affordable to a great number of content creators, like thousands, hundred thousands of content creators should be able to license their properties like in a matter of minutes. Okay. Automation. We definitely want automation as artists, I believe that you don't want to spend days and weeks on negotiation, on signing papers, on meetings with IP attorneys. It's quite painful, expensive. That's not something that artists love to do. Okay, money, upfront royalty payment. Yes, we're not talking about huge money, but something. We want to have it upfront. No negotiation. This is a huge criteria that comes from our interview with artists. They just want to sell their create property, and it's sold automatically. So they don't want negotiation. Control. Definitely, if you create something, it's like a baby. So you would like to have control. So you would like to have clear understanding what's going, who is using it, how long he gonna use it, and when he pays, and so forth. On what products, in what geography. Okay. Ninth criteria, that licensing, intellectual property licensing, should be transparent and traceable. In other words, it should be fair. So in any moment of time, you can go online, have a clear understanding who is using your intellectual property, when, how much he paid, when is the next payment, and other aspects. So if I forgot something, please let me know. Okay, let's move on. Now is the time of the use case. The use case that we had with one artist name, his name is Steven. He's also known as Shusty, a very creative artist, very nice stuff. You'll have a chance to have a look. Here are some of his works, his trademark, his stamp. He loves creating. He loves creating for the whole course of his life. You see, he is outside, inside. He's enjoying what he's doing, and he's very talented and creative, as all of you. But one issue. The challenge is the following. You enjoy creating your stuff, but licensing could be a headache. Paperwork, attorneys, marketing, negotiation, royalties control, etc. It's a full-time job, literally. And the challenge is the following, that artists, they hate this. Tuesday loves to create stuff, not to negotiate, not to be an administrator, not to have negotiations. Okay, what we did. We prepared Tuesday's intellectual property for 15-minute, we call it 15-minute art IP licensing. That means that his intellectual property was transformed in a such way that every user can buy intellectual property rights within 15 minutes and have a legally binding license agreement. So basically, this is the definition of licensing. You need, once again, this is a very important point, that you need 15 minutes to get your intellectual property licensed. Quite simple. Yeah, Tusti is ready for the metaverse. When we say licensing, we mean that he's able to sell his intellectual property and it could be used in the metaverse. Any questions, comments? Please text your comments with something. Okay. Results. So Shusti has had a problem, had an issue, challenge. We did some transformation with his intellectual property, and here is the result. The result is the following, that Shusti, zero setup cost. He has full control over artworks. Marketing is included. He's not, marketing is on our side. We as partners, we do marketing for him. We protect his property by license agreement, which is fully approved by Shusti. So we work on behalf of IP owners, and they have full control and full power over this intellectual property. And then on the other side, intellectual property buyer, he can buy this within 15 minutes quite easily. Legitimate license agreement, no IP cost, quite simple and straightforward. As a result, we have a number of leads who are interested in Shusti's arts to be used on different products. Now we talk about jackets. Some of them, but not closed to Metaverse. Deals not close to Metaverse, let's be frank. So the technology behind this, quite sophisticated technology. Everything what you should know, that it requires 15 minutes to buy intellectual property rights, and you have at the end of the process legitimate license agreement. This is it. So now, if we have any questions, please feel free to ask. And Andrew?
So in any way, even if the artist is not interested in Metaverse or don't like it or don't know how to use it, we still provide service to artists who would like their arts and illustrations to be printed on physical stuff, as Victor said, and it was pretty good illustrated on the very first slide, with the bottle that's 6.5 times more expensive. So yeah, feel free to reach out and we'll help you to monetize your art.
Let me share my screen. Art creates value. The same functionality, the same product, art creates value. The only problem is licensing. And licensing is a great issue, because nowadays licensing, even to Metaverse, it takes weeks of time. And we've created the technology that allows this to make happen within 15 minutes, quite easily. And now let me show you how it's done. So the technology is the following. OpenSea has NFT licenses. Please don't confuse these NFT licenses with NFTs. NFT is the picture in the internet. It's nothing. But NFT license is programmed NFT with added functionality, and that allows you to use specific programs. In particular, when we talk NFT license, which actually means that you can use this image. It's a College of Art, Florida University. Okay, the alma mater of our artist, Steven Schuster. So this image could be used in Metaverse easily. So you should buy this NFT license. Okay. As any NFT on OpenSea, you buy it. Regardless the price, it could be 500, it could be 5,000. You as an artist define the price. It's up to you. It could be $10, $10,000, whatever. So you buy this NFT, which takes like 10 minutes. Then after this, you go to a specific web page, which is mentioned here on the NFT. And then you come here. Yeah. We press here. And we go to a specific application. That's our technology. And you sign license agreement immediately. So this application actually allows me, for example, I bought this NFT and I represent a company. So I want to use this image in Metaverse. So I fill in my details. I fill everything. I press submit, and immediately I have a pre-filled license agreement. It's template with all the details from this NFT license. So that means that after 15 minutes, I have a license agreement, which is legally binding, which could be accepted by court and other authorities. They're absolutely happy with what we provide. License agreement, and you can use this intellectual property in Metaverse. So this is the technology. It looks quite simple, but we worked really, really hard for like more than 1 year to make it simple and user-friendly. So that's why we have chosen NFTs, blockchain. We've built this application, and we have a number of artists on the platform. Okay, so let me switch to the presentation. Let me switch to the presentation. In case you have questions or something, look, you can do the following. In case of questions, you can text us, Tokenization Factory, email. You can we can have a meeting, one-to-one or in groups. You can email us, and you have a phone number. So you have all the opportunities to ask questions, please. If you want your question to be answered immediately, please text it in comments. So pricing packages. Pricing packages. We have different pricing packages, but we have free options as well. We are interested in new artists. We have like a number of artists at the moment, and one in the development phase. And please welcome. At this point of time, we have free packages, but it won't last more because we have like an exponential growth of artists who are interested to do it for free. But at some point of time, we won't be able to subsidize our operations. Okay, and our investors not really happy with subsidizing our operations. So please, at quite affordable, say, to be ready for the Metaverse or immediate licensing, quite not a big money. Leave your questions, comments. I assume that this is not an easy topic because it has like a number of components. It's intellectual property itself. It's not an easy subject. That's why we have a PhD guy in our team. Okay. Second, blockchain. Blockchain is complicated. It was deteriorated recently through these NFT scams and everything, but still very powerful and strong technologies behind this. Blockchain is really promising thing. Yeah. And the third component is licensing. Licensing itself. Licensing is something that is done by art licensing agents who charge like $500 per hour. And it's really, really complicated stuff when you sell art to manufacturers, to users, to buyers, those who want to use this art commercially. So to have commercial reasons to use your art, for example, to put it on different products. For example, one of my favorites is my notebook. Is Maria Mandic, a famous artist. She has her contract with a big company called Nuna, German company, and they have. I'm sorry, it couldn't be seen on these notebooks, and this is which is affordable only for big name artists. And our objective, our goal is to make licensing affordable to literally every artist. Thank you. In case of questions, you know where to find us. Take care.